Right, we begin this bulletin with some very good news coming in. Rohit Sharma has set a new record of becoming the first batsman to score 2 ODI double tons, slamming a double century on his return to the ODI side after a finger injury in the 4th ODI versus Sri Lanka at Kolkata's Eden Gardens. Sharma announced himself back with a bang after being out with an injury. The Mumbai batsman, who was included in the squad for the last 2 matches versus Sri Lanka, made good of his opportunity to make a statement before the World Cup next year. Rohit raced off to his 5th ODI 100 in just 100 balls and then upped the ante even more by completing his 2nd double ton in a one-day match in just a few more balls. Remember, Rohit Sharma had also slammed a double ton against Australia last year in Bangalore. We have Boria Mazumdar, consulting editor Sports PBT, and joining me on the phone line. Boria, what a comeback by Rohit Sharma.
Incredible. And 2nd double 100, the first man in ODI history to do that. You know, he was 50 of 71 balls, if I remember right, and to be able to score a double 100 of some 150 odd balls is absolutely unbelievable. He's now on course, Vedika, to get the highest ever score by a batsman in one-day international cricket, 219 by Virendra Sehwag. You know, he got 209 against Australia, 4 overs still to go, a couple of overs still to go. He can get 219. This is unbelievable. Time last year, Rohit Sharma, you know, sort of played some breathtaking cricket against Australia and followed up with some superb sort of batting against the West Indies, and he's doing the same. And then India goes to Australia. This will be terrific for the Indian team going down under in a month's time if Rohit Sharma can be back in form like this.
Oh, absolutely. We also Shivani joining me in the newsroom. Shivani, the selection really coming right with Rohit Sharma's record that he's set today?
Yes, it was obviously a move intended to give him a few matches and test preparation for the World Cup, and just what the way to announce himself before that, and that too after an injury layoff. This is a huge moment for him, because remember, Rohit Sharma often bogged down by criticism that he hasn't realized his potential in the shorter format. 100 matches with hardly any runs to his credit and so on and so forth. But now, once he has struck form, and once the he turned a leaf in 2013, it seems he's just carrying on from there. A new world record for him, and it's a good place to be for him, because it's a record held by only Indians, Sachin Tendulkar, Virendra Sehwag, the other 2 batsmen in world cricket to have scored a double ton in one-day internationals. Remember, Sachin became the first one to do that, and then Sehwag overtook his record. Rohit Sharma now poised to make the highest score ever by a batsman in an ODI match. He's already made his highest. Previous highest was of 209 against Australia last year in Bangalore, if you remember. Now he's crossed that mark, and he could well cross the mark set by Virendra Sehwag as well. Nikhil Chopra is also joining us over the phone line. Nikhil, what a moment for India and for Rohit Sharma announcing himself back. He's continuing his run. In fact, now with another huge shot at Kolkata, he's become the one with the highest score in ODI history ever, overtaking the mark by Virendra Sehwag that he set that he set at Indore. And now Rohit Sharma creating history, the first batsman to score 2 double tons in one-day internationals, and that took after coming back from an injury. And now with a 6, he makes another record of the highest score ever by a batsman in a one-day history. Nikhil, what a moment for India and for Rohit Sharma.
Incredible, Shivani. I'm so happy for Rohit Sharma at this moment in time, because, you know, this kid had all the talent in the world, and we just kept saying, talent needs to be converted into performances. You know, the first 100 games, people start comparing him to Virat Kohli, that he's come after, Virat Kohli came after him, but Virat Kohli has gone ahead, miles ahead, and everybody said, he's been given too many chances. But I'm just so happy he's been able to convert his talent into performance and match-winning performances as well. And rightly said, at this moment in time when he's got those runs, things are looking very bright. The World Cup keeping in mind, the batting is looking absolutely rock solid, because you'd want your batsmen, all of them, to get runs under their belt when they enter the zone of the World Cup. And what a fantastic, feat by Rohit Sharma. Incredible.
And especially because there's a bit of a competition brewing, Nikhil, for the opening slot. Do you think Rohit definitely has now secured that opening slot for himself, because there was competition brewing for him?
I certainly hope so, because, before the start of the Sri Lanka series, I think you were there in the studio when we spoke about it, and I said, in the World Cup, to me, the ideal batting combination should be that, Shikhar and Rohit open, and then Ajinkya Rahane plays out there in the middle. that would settle with Suresh Raina as well as Mahendra Singh Dhoni in the side as well. That to me looks like a more settled batting order. But after this 200, I'm sure Rohit Sharma most definitely will be looking to put the innings in the World Cup.
Yes, Rohit Sharma has definitely turned a leaf, isn't it? From a man who was called the quintessential underperformer, underachiever. Now he's become the first man ever to hit 2 double tons in ODIs. Remember, there was a time, Nikhil, when scoring a double century used to be quite a barrier, isn't it? It was, a sight too high. Now for a batsman to actually manage that twice in a very short span of time. In fact, within a year, he scored his first double century against Australia late last year, and then almost in a year he's completed another one, and 226 is the mark he's on right now. That's how much a team manages to score in total most often.
Incredible. Shivani, this man's done it twice. It's hard for people to get 150 in a one-day international. If you compare 300 deliveries in a one-day international in 50 overs, and you said he's batting on 226. Incredible. With the striking ability that he's got, and he's got that lazy elegance. You never see him, throw the kitchen sink at anything, and it's all timing. When he's batting, he's hitting these big sixes as well. It just goes to show this man has got a lot of time and head, and that's the hallmark of a fantastic batsman.
Yes, it's also quite a statement on one-day cricket these days that a batsman can score 226 runs in one innings, but you can't take anything away from Rohit Sharma. Nikhil, stay with us. Deep Das Gupta, former India player, is also joining us over the phone line. Deep, what a moment for Rohit Sharma coming back after injury and becoming the highest scorer ever in a one-day match. 226, as I was just speaking to Nikhil, is a score, nobody would have thought even 5 years ago that a batsman can achieve in one innings in ODIs.
Absolutely, it's phenomenal, and as Nikhil mentioned before, second time he's doing this. I mean, that is phenomenal, and it just shows apart from the other things, it shows the kind of hunger he has to score runs. We've been talking about Rohit Sharma, not capitalizing on the starts that he was getting initially, getting out in 20s and 30s. This is a very good sign, somebody in the last couple of years getting 2 double hundreds. And all the runs that he's got in the last couple of years, that really tells you that maybe he's matured enough now, and it's ready to take the role seriously.
And it augurs really, really well for India, isn't it? Rohit Sharma is supposed to be one of the openers for India in the World Cup, the title that India is going to defend in Australia. And with him in such supreme form, with such supreme confidence behind him, it's going to lift the entire team. I mean, Rohit Sharma is going to be a target for most other teams, but with this kind of form, he's going to be on top of the world.
Absolutely, and even talking about technique-wise, a lot of people would say, oh, he's got it in at Eden Gardens against a spinner dominant attack. But having said that, Rohit with his technique is absolutely fabulous on wickets like Australia. We've seen that in our last tour where he got runs, especially in the one-days. So I think it really does a lot of good, not for just Rohit, but Indian team itself, but it also creates a lot of, good kind of a headache for the captain, because now you've got Rohit, who's an opener, you've got Rahane, who's an opener, you've got Shikhar Dhawan, who is an opener. So, one of them has to play in the middle order, so that's kind of an headache for the team management.
Oh, absolutely. A word about the Sri Lankan bowling attack, though. Do you think he was tested enough, or it was absolute easy pickings for him today?
I mean, it's a quality bowling attack. You had all the bowlers were international level bowlers, and getting 226. Okay, you can say he got a good 100 and all. Just with the sheer amount of runs that he's got, that just tells you this is a very, very special knock.
Absolutely. Nikhil, your thoughts on Rohit Sharma and the way he's shaping up, as we were speaking, completely turned a page. But just on a sober note, this is coming against Sri Lanka at home. Yes, it's going to be a huge confidence booster, but the World Cup is on very different pitches in Australia and New Zealand. Do you see that Rohit emulating this performance out of India as well?
I hope so. He certainly has that sort of talent, to convert these starts that he talks about. He certainly has the talent to convert that, and getting a double 100 no matter where you are, even if you're playing on a cemented track, Shivani, make no mistake, it is probably one of the most difficult things you can think about. If it was easy, There are lots of sides, lots of players who played against Bangladesh and with much weaker bowling attacks, and they haven't got double hundreds to their name as well. But this man, don't forget, he's come out against a quality side like Sri Lanka. He's got a double hundred coming out of an injury. He's got some runs under his belt. Confidence is oozing. I just hope that he can carry on this sort of confidence in places like Australia and around the world, because he most certainly has got that sort of talent to convert those starts and win games for India. That is a good sign.
Absolutely. Just to look at Angelo Matthews, the Sri Lankan captain's face, tells you all it's not very good to be on the other side of such an onslaught. 236 for Rohit Sharma right now. That's really the kind of total teams achieve together with the all batsmen. One man to do so. It's quite incredible, and that too for the second time in his career. Of course, it's the way one-day cricket has been progressing. But 200 is a 200 and 236 is absolutely mammoth, no matter what side it's coming against and what pitch it's coming on. Take a look at Rohit Sharma's double tons. One of them coming against Australia, his first 209 at that time. He missed the mark that Sehwag said in one-day cricket, 219, very, very narrowly. But now he's gone beyond everyone. He's left everyone way, way behind. He's still carrying on with his innings, and one can only wonder just how many more he can get. 236 is what he has on the board. That's a mammoth innings, and just wonder what it's going to do to his average if he manages to be not out, which he's going to try and do in this innings. But Sri Lanka facing a huge Rohit fury really in Kolkata. Fireworks by the Mumbai batsmen in Kolkata at the Eden Gardens there. Rohit Sharma slamming his second double century in one-day internationals, becoming the first batsman ever to achieve that feat, and also in the process setting the mark for the highest innings by a batsman in one-day cricket.
What an outstanding innings.
All right, Deep Dasgupta still with us. Deep, he's just carrying on, and I can see still boundaries coming galore. It's a huge six, another one. This man is unstoppable. Sri Lanka can't find any answers for him.
Absolutely, and we often talk about being in the zone, and you got to be in the zone, and more often you're there, the better cricketer you are. I mean, it seems like he's in that zone. It really doesn't matter. I believe he's just, he's forgotten it's a 50 over or whatever. Excuse me. He's just going out there. He's just watching the ball and playing it on the merit, and it's a fabulous knock. And you were talking about the highest individual knock. Listen, and obviously Nikhil talking about the potential, but it seems that he's got that hunger of scoring runs back. He wants to score runs. He wants to go on and get as much as possible every time he gets out there in the park. So I think it's absolutely fabulous for him and all his well-wishers. We've been talking about Rohit Sharma being such a talented cricketer but not doing justice. There's so many critics talking about him, and maybe at times rightfully so. But now I think he's turned the page, and he's looking a lot more confident, a lot more matured, and he's looking after himself. I just met him yesterday at the M.A.K. Pataudi lecture. He's looking a lot leaner, fitter. It just tells you that he's in the right space, both mentally and physically.
Absolutely. Deep, stay with us. Borya Majumdar is back online with us. Borya, yes, it is against Sri Lanka, who were beaten quite comprehensively in the first 3 matches of the series as well. And yes, this is coming at home. But the main fact to notice here is that this is coming after a layoff. For a man of Rohit's caliber, this is not surprising. But even for him to do it in the first match after an injury layoff is quite incredible, isn't it?
Anybody who gets 230 plus in one-day cricket is incredible. Leave alone Rohit, leave alone injuries, leave alone anything. I mean, in a 50-over match, if you are capable of getting 230 plus runs in an innings, that is astounding. Whoever you are, I mean, this is unbelievable. Whether it's a weak opposition, whether it's an under-par opposition, doesn't matter. And Nuwan Kulasekara, if anybody comes and tells us, Shivani, that he's not a good enough bowler, I mean, come on, Nuwan Kulasekara is one of the best depth bowlers in the world. And everybody knows that. The fact of the matter is this man is playing unbelievable cricket at home. Right,
Borya, sorry to interrupt you there. In fact, Rohit Sharma has now gone on and crossed the 250-run mark. This is quite incredible. I mean, he scored bucket loads of runs that teams manage overall in a one-day innings.
Absolutely, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni just tweeted about, 3 minutes back, and saying that Rohit will cross 250 if he continues batting. Just about 3 minutes back, Mahendra Singh Dhoni tweeted this and Rohit Sharma has now done that. I mean, 250 runs in a one-day international couple of years back, whether you and I would have believed that this is possible is beyond imagination. This is unbelievable. I mean, fielding restrictions, all of that taken into account, this is surreal stuff. Whether or not this translates into overseas performance, we don't know, but for the moment, this is simply unbelievable.
Oh, absolutely. This is just incredible, as Borja is saying. Even 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe after Sachin crossed that 200-run barrier in one-day cricket, you started to believe that it can happen more often, but 250 in one innings, not out, is just something that it's still going to take some time to sink in, especially for Rohit himself. And Borja, important to note is that Rohit obviously always has had talent. He's extremely highly rated, was under an achiever, but has turned a leaf in the last year or so, especially in all formats. You know, remember his performances for Mumbai Indians as captain as well. But Virat Kohli, who's captaining the side in this series, just came out after their last win and said Rohit can be the X factor for India in the World Cup. That's the kind of belief and faith the team is putting in on this man.
And he has the ability to. I mean, everybody in the world will say he has the talent and the potential to do that. And Virat Kohli, for that matter, for example, you know, always has backed Rohit Sharma. Even when Virat Kohli gets 100 and Rohit Sharma plays a supporting knock, Virat Kohli has, in the past, in fact, to us only, has said that how great potential Rohit Sharma has. And just last week in that interview to me, Shivani, Sachin Tendulkar made this very important point about Rohit Sharma, saying that Rohit now has become disciplined and he has now become the man who is hungry for runs, big runs. And that is what Rohit Sharma is showing. Mumbai Indians, India in Test cricket at home, the consecutive hundreds that he got last year, now here. The only thing that Rohit now needs to do is overseas. If Rohit Sharma takes this from overseas to Australia, you know, India will certainly be in a hugely advantageous position come World Cup 2015. Can he do that overseas? At home, Rohit Sharma is now the X factor in India and in international cricket. He's done that last year, he's done that this year. Can he do it in Australia is the only question.
Right. Borja, hold on. Erupalli Prasanna is also joining us over the phone line, former India cricketer. Mr. Prasanna, it's obviously almost unbelievable that a batsman can score 250 plus runs in one-day innings. But that's just the age we're living in right now. Not to take anything away from Rohit, but what a stupendous achievement from him to do what no batsman has ever been able to do before. 200-run mark was crossed by Sachin a few years ago, and now Rohit breaching that, going far and beyond and crossing even the 250-run mark.
Yes, I think it's so far it was unbelievable. Now it is believable.
Yeah.
I think Rohit Sharma has done the impossible act, and what a time to do it, because the Indian team is likely to embark on their Australian tour, and to have a player of Rohit Sharma within such a form is an increasing factor.
And it's not surprising, would you agree that it's coming from Rohit Sharma's bat? I mean, when Sachin Tendulkar crossed that mark, everyone was like, obviously it's him who's crossing that mark. And then Sehwag overtook him, perhaps one of the most furious players the world has seen, an opener as well. And now Rohit Sharma to join that category, join that very select group that is dominated by Indians. Not surprising that it's coming from his bat, isn't it? 2 double hundreds in ODI and now the highest score in ODIs as well.
Of course, it is. In fact, the reality of life is that Rohit Sharma has ever taken runs over as well as Tendulkar, and he has set a milestone for someone else to this is 200 odd, and more interestingly that he's the only one to get 2 double hundreds. I think that's extremely great achievement.
Mr. Prasanna, thanks a lot for joining us let me take some final comments from Borja Majumdar and Deepdas Gupta and Nikhil, who is still with us. Borja, coming to you first. We were talking about this competition for the opening slot. Coming back from injury, Rohit has left absolutely no doubts that he wants that spot and he's going to be the charger for India in the World Cup coming up in Australia.
He's taken it. He's taken it. I think he also deserves to get it in the test team as well. He has the talent, he has the ability and the potential to strike gold in Australia. Even as a rookie in 2008, he was the star along with Sachin Tendulkar in that CB series. Give it to him. Yes, he's taken time to flower, but better than late than never. And perhaps Virat Kohli is right. He's your X factor come World Cup 2015.
All right, Rohit Sharma still going strong. A few deliveries more for him. He's going to absolutely scorch the records chart today. Already 2 records for him. In fact, in all ODIs and List A matches, in all ODIs, he's the first man to score a double ton. And in List A matches, after Ali Brown, he's become only the second to do so. He's still batting strong. Boria Majumdar, Nikhil Chopra, Deep Das Gupta, thanks a lot for joining us. Keep watching Headlines Today, of course, as we keep bringing you the latest.